Welcome into Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where your BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eagles from Eastern Michigan. Going into this overall, the Eastern Michigan Eagles are 13 of 19 overall and 7 of 14 in the conference. Going up against the Falcons, who are currently 13-22 overall and 11-14 in the conference. Both teams coming off very strong wins in their past midweek games. Of course, the Falcons taking the win over the University of Miami 8-5, and the Eagles taking over the University of Toledo with a 14-2 win on Tuesday. So, of course, one big thing you'll be looking at here in this game is for those Eagles, they have a very strong and offensive style here. You're going to see a lot of hard hitters that are going to get the balls deep down a field, but that offense a little bit lacking behind that. So the Falcons going to have to work to shut down that offense here early on. So leading off for the Eagles, number 17, shortstop Taylor Hopkins. Pitching for the Falcons, number 9, is Andrew Abraham Otzowitz. Sends it right on down the center for strike number 1. Just able to get a handle on that, sends it right into left field for a single. So like we said, a quick little strong offense that the Eagles present. So, of course, Abraham Owitz going to have to kind of work against that, work more with some off-speed pitches here rather than relying on that fastball that we've seen from behind. Number 14, Nick Jones, the catcher, steps up. Gets it right on down the center for strike number 1. Just a little high there. 1-1. Of course, early in the game, going to try to find those boundaries, get those batters to pull just a little bit. He lines up, sends in the next pitch. Tries to send that one straight down the middle. It's pop fly deep into center. Curves right, and that one's going to be out number 1. So one batter on, one out as we continue to move forward in the lineup. With number 21, the second baseman, Christian Bolt. Goes with the same approach right on down the center. Gets him on the 2-seam. Pulls out to first, trying to rein in that runner. Throw not in time, though. Count stays 0-1. Catches him on the swing, 0-2. Tries once again, sending it down the center. Goes out to right, curving just outside, and it's going to go out of the stadium, and that'll be a foul. So 0-2 stays the count, 1 out, 1 runner on. Doesn't like the look of that runner on first. Throws him over. Not in time, though. 0-2 with 1 out. Stays the same. Fly on the infield. There's the third baseman. Montgomery going to grab that one. There's out number 2. So with the runner still on first, we move forward with 2 outs. And number 24, right fielder Gabe Denton.
The right fielder, Gabe Denton.
Of course, Denton last week getting the 2-run homer to secure the win over Toledo. Looking to do something similar here today. With the throw back to first, trying to pull that runner back in. Sends it high in the middle. Strike 1. Just a little low, though. 1-1. First, once again, still not in time. 2 outs. 1-1 is the count. Sends it on that upper inside corner. Ball 2. This is one thing that this pitcher's going to have to work with just a little bit here. Trying to find those boundaries here. You hope he finds it by the end of the first inning. So we can kind of get some good off-speed pitches here in the second. 2-1 is the count with 2 outs. Runner on first. Throw to first, not in time. Trying to keep the runner on base. Sends it down right down the middle, 2-2. Goes for that upper outside corner. Throw to second. Not in time. Just under the mitt there. Is now runner in scoring position with a full count and 2 outs. Grabs a hold of it, sends it deep left field. It's back. And it's out of there. That's going to be another 2-run homer for Gabe Denton. So the Eagles are going to get on the board first early in this first inning. 2-0 now. So moving forward, number 1 center field, Shane Easter. Gonna go ahead and try his hand now at it as well. Sends that one straight off into the dugout for the Falcons. Hopefully they had a catcher up front. But that'll be 0-1 for the count. Tries that inside corner again. Can't get it to fall, though. 1-1. Catches a high outside one. Gets that one. 1-2. Tries the fastball down the center again. Once again going foul. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs, no one on. Grabs hold of that one right into the hands of Montgomery. Over to first, just in time. With the catch made by Furness, that will retire the side for the top of the first. As we move into the bottom of the first, the Eagles lead 2-0 over the Falcons. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. At the bottom of the first, the Eagles lead 2-0 with number 20, second baseman Dylan DeHanis, leading off for the Falcons. Gets the bottom inside corner, strike one. Falcons, of course, having a strong start to their lineup here as one hits the dirt for a 1-1 count. So with an early deficit, needing to get a couple points on the board here early on. Tries that same corner, gets it that time, 1-2. Grabs a hold of it, but sends it deep foul over onto the road. 1-2 stays the count, but they don't call it Madhouse on Mercer for nothing. Catches him swinging, though. That'll be out number one. So we move forward with the lineup with number 30, the right fielder, Andy Gayton.
Andy Gayton.
Right down the center, strike one. It's that inside corner. 0-2. That one outside. 1-2. And kind of an awkward slider there. Sends that one in the dirt as well. 2-2. Pitcher not a fast pitcher. Trying to work on those off-speed pitches. Just has to reel it in just a little bit. As he sends that one down the center. That's deep center. And that's going to be caught right before the warning track. Out number 2 for the Falcons. Just hanging a little bit too much in the air there. So we'll try once again now with number 10. Your catcher, Kyle Gurney. Having a good showing last time out on Tuesday, getting a couple, I believe 3 RBIs during that game. He sets up. Likes the pitch, sends it deep center. Just short of the center fielder, so he'll get a nice little single there. Now the Falcons got a runner on. There's a green first baseman, number 15, Adam Furness.
First baseman, Adam Furness.
Another strong hitter for the Falcons. Doing a lot of work to get a lot of points on the board for the Falcons these past couple weeks. As that one going straight down the center, strike 1. Just outside and a little low, 1-1. Another weird curve from McGuire. Still trying to figure out those off-speed pitches on that outside corner. Tries to send it inside, but that one once again too low. 2-1, 2 outs, a runner on first. Grabs a hold of that one, sends it right into the hands of second baseman Bolt over to first base. And that throw just in time. They'll be out number 3. So we move into the third inning with the Falcons trailing 2-0. We'll be right back after this. Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. At the top of the second, the Eagles lead 2-0 over the Falcons, and leading off number 8, Eli Gora. With a low ball in for the first pitch. Sets up the second one down the center. That one's deep once again, going down to center field at the warning track. Nice pick by right fielder Gayton. So that'll be out number 1 for the Eagles as we move forward with third baseman number 26, Daniel Workton.
The third baseman, Daniel Workington.
Since that one high, and it's going to go back right on over the heads of our cameraman up top. So 0-1 is the count. Since that one down the center, just getting the tip of the bat. Going down that third base line, outside 0-2. Sends that one into the hands of our third baseman. Montgomery over to Furness for the throw for out number 2. So with 2 outs, we move forward in the lineup with number 16, the designated hitter, Mike Monahan. High and outside, ball 1. Like we said, still trying to figure out that outside border there as he sends it in the same spot, 2-0. Of course, another power hitter for the Eagles. Looks like Abrahamowitz gonna try to just keep it high and away. And sends that one just outside. Ball number 4. He's going to walk him. So 2 outs, runner on first. As number 44, the left fielder, Will Oberg, comes up. Catches it right down the center. Strike 1. Just outside. 1-1 is count. Sends that one down the center. Strike 2. Oberg making a name for himself this season. He's number 10 in the MAC for getting hit by pitches to get on base. 1-2 is the count. So that one low and away. Ball 2. Of course, Oberg, a newcomer to the Eagles. You know, you got to think that's going to take a little bit of a beating. 39% of the time that he's at home, he gets hit. So that one's down in that outside corner. Runner decides not to steal, but we get up to a full count. fast runner that you do not want to have on base. He sends that one down, catches him on the swing. They're going to call no swing on that at 3-2. Stays the count, 2 outs, runner on first. Pitches that outside corner once again. He's going to walk him as well. So 2 runners on. And we move back to the top of the lineup with number 17, shortstop, Taylor Hopkins.
The shortstop.
Throwing high and away, ball 1. Of course, Hopkins last time getting a single to put him on base and get that 2-run homer back in the first. So with this, it's going to call the catcher to have a quick little chat with the pitcher. Now, you got to be careful now, especially if you allow him even a single, you load the bases. And the batter's coming up next. Not people you want to have to face off against with the bases loaded. High and away, same spot. 2-0. Eagles lead by 2, 2 outs. And runners on both first and second. Goes for the lower corner, but way outside, 3-0. Hits that one down the center, 3-1. So still trying to reel it in. But you run into the situation where you're very close to loading up the bases. Catches just tip of the bat, full count. At this point, if I was Abrahamowitz, I would be thinking more about allowing the infield behind me to kind of take control here, allow a hit, and hope they catch it. And that's what he does, but it gets over the mitt of second baseman Johannes. So, going to be RBI single for Hopkins, as now the Eagles extend their lead 3-0. Still 2 outs, runners on both corners. As now the catcher, number 14, Nick Jones, comes up.
Nick Jones.
So not exactly the situation you want to be if you're the Falcons. As the runner goes for second. Catcher holds on to it, not allowing runner to get home. So now both runners at third and second. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Sends it down the center, and that's deep right. Curves just out, and that's going to go foul. 1-1. Low and away, 2-1. Still trying to work with that outside line. Just has not found it yet. Puts it down in the dirt though, 3-1. Runs into another situation where it looks like he might reload the bases. But catches the outside corner, full count. Sends it foul off to the right. Count stays the same. 2 outs, runners on third and second. Catches him on the swing and gets himself out of a tight situation there. As we move into the bottom of the second, the Eagles lead 3-0 over the Falcons.
The Eagles in the top of the second, 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Falcon errors, 2 runners left on base.
Welcome back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Leading off for the Falcons, number 7 center fielder Jack Krause. Of course, Krause last game getting 2 RBIs out of the 8 for the Falcons. As first pitch sent straight down the center there, strike 1. Grabs a hold of it, puts it right into the glove, though, of second baseman Bolt. And throw right on in time over to Gora. And that'll be out number 1 for the Falcons. So we move forward with number 11, the third baseman, Mason Montgomery. Just outside, ball one. Gets that one down the center, 1-1. Grabs the tip of it, 1-2. Something you like to see a pitcher be able to do, keeping it down on the bottom of the strike zone, just kind of moving it from left to right. Catches him on the swing, out number 2. With 2 outs at the bottom of the second, Eastern Michigan Eagles lead 3-0. And we move forward to number 3, the left fielder, Adam Fallon. Grabs a hold of that one, but shanks it off to the left, bouncing off of a tree in foul zone. 0-1 is the count with 2 outs. Gets a hold of that one, sends it deep into left field, hanging up in the air. Just hanging a little bit too long, though, for the left fielder to be able to get that one. And that will retire the side for the second. Moving into the third inning, the Eagles Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Eagles lead 3-0 on top of the third, and leading off for the Eagles, number 21, Christian Bolt, the second baseman. Little high there, ball number 1. That time going down the center, catches it. Going up, looked like Gurney thinking about going for it. Just a little bit too far back, though. 1-1 will stay the count. Too high, 2-1. Still having trouble with those outside corners. 3-1. Tries to send it down the center, but that one gonna go foul off the right. But not foul enough for the kid in the stands with the glove to go for it. 3-2 is the count. Sends that down third base line, but curves out. Count stays. Tries the same idea, but just past third baseman number 11, Montgomery. And deep into left, he's going to get second on a nice double there for Bolt. Montgomery out there looking a little tired, was not prepared for that one. So we move forward, no outs, runner on a second with number 24, right fielder Gabe Denton. Last time at bat, Denton getting a 2-run homer. Straight back center field. Going to do that once again. Tries the outside corner, can't get it though. 1-0. Too high, 2 balls, no strikes, no outs, runner on second. Just outside, 3-0. Looks like this could be an intentional walk. Sacrifices the base. And he sends it straight down the center. And into foul, 3-1. So Abrahamowitz gonna have to try to figure something out here. His strike's not working down the center, but can't keep a hold of those off-speed pitches. And he's gonna send that one just high. And we'll send Denton on to first. So runner on second and first. No outs as we move forward to number 1. Center fielder Shane Easter. This, of course, gonna have the entire
Shane Easter.
as Easter bunts. Gets the runner at third. There's out number 1. Gets with runners on second and first. Just a smart, quick move there by Abrahamowitz. Just flip it right on over to Montgomery. So with 1 out, we move forward to number 8, the first baseman, Eli Gora. Catches him on the swing, strike 1. Tries the inside corner, can't get it though, 1-1. Tries to get the runner at second. He got him. That's going to be out number 2. Runner on first to count 1-1. Just a great move there by a shortstop Johnston, as he's going to send that one deep into left. Grabs a hold of it, but the throw and not in time, stopped by the pitcher. So now you got runners on the corners. 2 outs. And leave number 26, third baseman, Daniel Warrington.
The third baseman, Daniel Workington.
Is going to come on up. Hits it in that outside corner. Strike number 1. Abrahamowicz looking to close out this inning. 2 outs, 1 strike, runners on both corners. Sends it up in the same spot. 0-2. And catches him on the swing. There's strike number 3 and out 3. Abrahamowicz getting out of a very tight situation there with no runs scored in the top of the third. Eagles still lead 3-0. We'll be right back.
Third, no runs on 2 hits. There were no Falcon errors. 2 runners left on base.
Welcome back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Leading off in the bottom of the third, designated hitter number 33, Johnson. With the low pitch number 1, gets ball 1. Gets the inside corner, though, 1-1. So McGuire working well with, like we said, the bottom of that strike zone. Goes for it down the center, right into the hands of first baseman. Drops the ball, but makes it to base in time. That'll Sends that one deep center. Right into the hands of that center fielder. That was Shane Easter with the catch there, out number 2. So the Falcons still looking to get something here as we go back to the top of the order with number 20, second baseman Dylan Dohanis. Thinks about the bunt, decides against it, ball number 1. Gets the inside corner though, 1-1 with 2 outs, no one on. Tries the same spot, but just a little low that time, 2-1. Grabbed a hold of it into the hands of second baseman Bolt. Throw is just in time over to Gora, and that will close out the 3rd inning. So we retire the side and go into the top of the 4th with Eastern Michigan still leading 3-0 over the Bowling Green Falcons. We'll be right back. Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Currently, the Eagles lead 3-0 at the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Eagles, number 16, Mike Monahan, the designated hitter, sends it into the hands of Dohanis over to Furness for out number 1. Exactly what you want if you're the Falcons. Get a nice, quick, and easy out to start off this inning. After a little bit of a stressful 3rd inning for the Falcons. But we'll continue to move forward with number 44, the left fielder, Will Oberg. Catches him on the outside corner for strike number 1. Last time Oberg was on base, he did get the steal, or the walk, excuse me. It's top outside corner, strike 2. Hamowitz seeming to have a lot more energy after that 3rd inning. Having a quick talk with the coach. It's out there, and that's going to be just outside, 1-2. Just a little low, though, 2-2. Catches a hold of it, but sends it foul. Count stays 2-2, 1 out. Abrahamowitz looking to close out this batter. Goes for the top outside corner. Can't get it though. Full count now, 3-2. That outside corner being a little bit fickle today. And he's going to send it low and away for ball number 4. And Oberg going to be walked once again for the second time today. So with 1 runner on and 1 out, we move back to the top of the batting order for the Eagles with number 17, shortstop Taylor Hopkins. Both times at bat today have gotten him hits, one of which getting him an RBI single back in the second. As he pops that one up off the third base side, catches it foul, and that's going to be out number 2. Exactly what you want to see Montgomery doing. As we move forward with 2 outs, runner on first. And number 14, the catcher, Nick Jones, stepping up.
Nick Jones, the catcher.
Grabs a hold of it, but going to shank that one out to the right side and goes foul over to the people in their socially distant squares. 0-1, 2 outs, runner on first. It's that one down the center, 0-2. Grabs it high and foul. That one going out as well. Going to that same exact spot as before. Count stays the same with 2 outs. Runner still on first. Tries the outside corner. Can't get it to fall, though. 1-2. Like we said, those outside corners, usually a little bit of a gray zone there. Could go either way. As that time he tries it down the center. And another foul. That one in the air. 1-2, still the count. 2 outs. Leonard just having a grand old time there on first. So that one right into the hands of Montgomery. Throws it over to first. Gets it in time. And that'll be it for the top of the 4th. Eastern Michigan still leading 3-0 over the Falcons. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Currently at the bottom of the fourth, Eagles lead 3-0, and leading off, number 30, left fielder, Andy Gayton. That one low and away, but going to be called for strike number 1. Goes for the same spot, that time called ball 1. You hope after having a good top of the fourth that the Falcons had, that they're more energized and able to get something going here on their offensive side. Since that went just over the head of the third baseman, but curves just barely into the foul territory, 1-2. Tries it once again, that time sending it even further left. Count stays the same. Sends that one over the head of the pitcher and into the outfield. And he'll get a nice single there. So with a runner on, we look to the catcher, number 10, Kyle Gurney. Gurney, one of the only other Falcons besides Gayton to have gotten a hit earlier today. That one down the center, but low, ball 1. Tries to pull Gayton back just a little bit with the throw to first. Not in time, though. Still 1-0, no outs, runner on. Tries it again. Still didn't work. Not liking how far out Gayton is on that leadoff. This time he'll send it down. Sends it right into the hands of Workington. Goes for the double play and gets it. So 2 outs, no one on now. And we'll try to continue moving forward with first baseman number 15, Adam Furness. Sends it down into the ground, ball 1. Down and away, ball 2. With 2 outs and no one on, Furness looking for something to do. Sends it straight down the center, but didn't like the look of it. 2-1. Goes for the inside corner, can't get it, 3-1. Gets the inside corner, full count. 2 outs, no one on. Sends it over the head of the pitcher. Just past shortstop Hopkins and gets to first. Now with Furness on first, we look to number 7, the center fielder, Jack Krause,
Jack Krause, center field.
to do something for the Falcons. Gets the outside corner for strike number one. And surprisingly today, especially in Bowling Green, Ohio, no wind to affect the ball players. That one low and away, 1-1. Down the center, he's going to send that one deep left field. Haynes too long in the air, though, going to be caught by left fielder Will Olberg. So that'll end the fourth inning. We head into the fifth with Eastern Michigan still leading 3-0 over the Falcons.
For the Falcons in the bottom of the fourth, no runs on 2 hits. There were no Eagle errors. 1 runner left on base.
Welcome back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Top of the fifth, the Eagles lead 3-0, leading off number 21, Christian Bolt, the second baseman, with low ball number 1. Catches him on the swing, 1-1. Sends it down the center, pop fly over to shortstop. Johnston going to make the catch for out number 1. So the Falcon defense tightening up just a little bit compared to what we saw early on in this game today. As we move forward, number 24, right fielder, Gabe Denton. Catches him on the swing, strike 1. A little bit high, ball 1. Tries the same spot, ball 2. Gets the inside corner, 2-2. It's that one towards Montgomery, but just goes foul. Count stays 2-2 with 1 out, no one on. That one pop fly into left field. And there's the catch by Gayton for out number 2. So 2 outs, no one on. As center fielder number 1, Shane Easter, steps up.
Shane Easter, center field.
I wonder if this Eastern Michigan team had to play on Easter, and if so, Shane Easter better have been in the starting lineup. Sends it over to Montgomery. Montgomery not able to get it with the dive. Goes deep into left. And going to be held at second. So, nice single there for Easter. There's now 2 Easters with 2 Easters. Wow. 2 outs with 1 runner on. And we move forward with first baseman number 8, Eli Gora. Goes for the steal, the throw. Just in time. That's out number 3, and it'll close out the side. So, at the bottom of the 5th, Eastern still leading 3-0, but they've gone cold for the past 3. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on Eastern Michigan Eagles. Eagles leading 3-0 over the Falcons, and leading off number 11, Mason Montgomery, the third baseman for the Falcons. Just outside, ball 1. Of course, the Eagles going cold the past 3 innings. Falcons looking to make some moves on that as they send that one foul, 1-1. But the Falcons still not able to make something out of it. Trail by 3. That one going for the inside corner, just a little low though. 2-1. Sends that one foul, 2-2. Inside ball number 3. A little close, almost hitting him. But we got a full count. Grabs a hold of it, sends it deep right. Just foul though. Looked like that was going to clear the field. But instead, we continue with the count. And he'll come right on back to try once again. Sends it up, but just grabbed a hold of it by Hopkins. Hopkins really had a hop in his step to grab it without number one. So we move forward with number 3, left fielder Adam Fallon. With 1 out, no one on. Sends it straight on back, 0-1. Sends it into the hands, second baseman Balt over to Gora on that throw in time. Out number 2. So 2 outs, not exactly a position you want to be in for the Falcons. As designated hitter number 33, Jared Johnson, steps up. Just outside, ball 1. Down the center, strike 1. Pitches him on the swing, pulling just outside there. 1-2. Now an inside and low, 2-2. Still trying to work with that slider of his. And gets a swing just inside there. Catcher picks up, throw to Gora, and that'll do it for the 5th inning. So we move into the top of the 6th with Eastern Michigan still leading 3-0 over the Falcons. We'll be right back. Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. At the top of the 6th, the Eagles lead 3-0. Leading off for the Eagles, number 8, the first baseman, Eli Gora. With Gora's 3rd at bat today, getting 1 hit early on, catches him on the swing, strike 1. And then being struck out after that. And then a low ball. 1-1. Catches it once again on that swing. 1-2. Just outside, 2-2. Tries that outside corner on the slide. Can't get it though. 3-2. Full count. And a walk him on the slider. So 1 runner on, no outs. And we move forward to number 26, the third baseman, Daniel Workington.
The third baseman, Daniel Workington.
After a quick discussion between third baseman and the pitcher, we get set up with the pitch. Just outside, ball 1. Catches him on the swing on a low one. 1-1. Sends that one up and foul. Montgomery looking for it, grabs it. There's out number 1 with runner on first. Just a nice catch by Montgomery there in foul territory. Second time he's been able to do that today. But we'll move forward with the order. Over to number 16, the designated hitter, Mike Monahan. Almost straight into the pitcher there. Dives out of the way. I believe Abrahamowitz kind of saw his life flash before his eyes there as the runners advance. So 1 out, runner on first and second. And left fielder number 44, Will Oberg, will step up, but we're going to have Coach Kyle Halleck come up and have a quick chat with the pitcher. This will call for a sub out for the pitcher for number 21, Griffin Apparel. Good showing by Abrahamowitz today with being able to pitch through about 5 of those innings, getting the Falcons out of some tight situations there. But we're going to step aside while the pitcher gets warmed up, and we'll be right back. Come back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. We just saw Griffin Perrell come in for Andrew Abrahamowitz on the mound. So now batting number 44, Will Olberg, the left fielder. 2 runners on and 1 out. Catches him down the center. Strike 1. And the second baseman, but on the air, still able to get the catch, the throw just barely in time over to Furness. So he'll be out number 2. But runners advance to third and second.
Top of the order, the shortstop, Taylor Hopkins.
So we move back to the top of the order with the shortstop number 17, Taylor Hopkins. Runners in scoring position. 2 outs. Just past the third baseman. And I think that's going to be RBI double. But sacrifices it as the throw's just in time. Closes out top of the 6th. So that'll extend the lead for the Eagles. Now 5-0 over the Falcons. We'll be back.
For the Eagles in the top of the 6th, 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Falcon errors. 1 runner left on base. Correction, no runners left on base.
Come back to Steller Field in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the BGSU Falcons are taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. With the pop fly going foul, straight on back. Bounces off of the stands, and person in the stands with the mitt grabs the ball with the opposite hand. 0-1's count, 2 out. 0-1 is the count, no outs, 1-1 now. Sends that one right down the center, 1-2. Catches him on the swing. That's going to be out number 1. So with 1 out, we move back to the top of the order. Number 20, second baseman Dylan Dohanis. Since that one's straight up into the air, deep center. That's going to go right into the hands of center fielder Shane Easter for out number 2. So with no one on and 2 outs, we move to number 30, the right fielder, Andy Gayton. Goes for the bunt, but doesn't go the way he wants. Just barely rolling foul to save him. So 0-1 with 2 outs. Gets the inside corner, 0-2. Catches the swing straight on back. Count stays the same with 2 outs. McGuire so far for the Falcons only allowing 3 hits today. As he sends that one down and away, 1-2. Has not walked a single batter yet. That one just low down into the ground, 2-2. Sends that down the first base line. He's going to go for the double. Slides into second, gets there. So with 2 outs, we have a runner in scoring position for the Falcons. As we move forward with the lineup, number 10, the catcher, Kyle Gurney. Since that one back off the right side, 0-1. Since that one out on that right side, back into those squares over there, 0-2. Oh, and 2 is the count. 2 outs, runner on second. He tries to hit that one going foul in the same spot once again. Gurney gonna try and force for the pitch he wants. It's that one low, ball one. Grabs that one right into the hands of shortstop Hopkins. And they're just going to tag out Gayton. And that will retire the top of the seventh. Or bottom of the sixth. We move into the seventh with Eastern Michigan still leading 5-0 over the Falcons. We'll be right back. Welcome. Catches it just a little low, ball one. Pitches it down the center, 1-1. Right into the hands of Montgomery. There's out one. Nice play by Montgomery there, getting right on in front of it. Close out that batter. So, number 21, second baseman Christian Bolt heads up. Right down the center, ball, strike one. Sends that one over to shortstop Johnston. That throw just in time over to Furness. There's out number two. Just the way you want to have it written out. If you were Coach Halleck, have your reliever rely just a little bit on that infield. As number 24, Gabe Denton, the right fielder, steps up. Just outside, ball one. Looks like it just got away from him there. Going for a slide. Catches tip of the bat, 1-1. Almost hitting the batter there. Ball 2. 2-1's count, 2 outs, no one on. Pulls that one just outside. 3-1. Oh, went high and inside. He's going to walk him. So we move forward to center fielder number 1, Shane Easter, with a pinch runner coming in, number 5, Drake Peggs.
Running for Denton on first, number 5, Drake Peggs.
Throws over to first, not in time. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Sends it on that outside corner, 0-1. Tries it once again, still not in time. Runner stays. Count 0-1 with 2 outs. Sends it right down the center, past Johnston. And we'll get a nice single there for Easter. So with 2 runners on, first baseman number 8, Eli Gora, steps up.
Eli Gora, first base.
Strike 1 right down the center. Gonna send that one off foul. 0-2, 2 outs, runners on first and second. That one going to the same spot, almost catching the top of the fence of the stands. Count stays, still 2 outs. That one just a little low. 1-2. Lost control of that one there. 2-2. Just a little high, full count. Turns that one into center field. just in front of Kraus' throat, not in time, as they're going to score one more. So Eastern Michigan will now lead 6-0 with the runners on both corners. 2 outs. And the third baseman, number 26, Daniel Workington.
The third baseman, Daniel Workington.
As they go to steal. Pitcher throws to second, allowing runner on third to go ahead and steal home. So 7-0 now for the Eagles. And, that's one thing that you can sometimes allow the runner to steal second, as long as you keep the other one from getting home. Well, he's going to send that one deep into right field, and that's back. And called fair as the first runner comes in. Throw to third over the head of Montgomery. But runner will stay at third, so they score once again. 8-0 now with a runner on third. Not exactly what you want if you're the Falcons. So we still look to close this out, top of the 7th out, as designated hitter number 16, Mike Monahan, steps up. Gets the outside corner for strike one. Tries the other corner, gets strike two. Goes back for that outside corner. Can't get it though. 1-2 with 2 outs. Runner on third. As he sends that one into foul territory. Montgomery running for it. Couldn't get there in time though. So 1-2 will remain the count with 2 outs. That one on the inside corner. Thought about stealing home, decides against it. As the count now 2-2. Sends it deep center field. Kraus running back for it. Gets the catch at the warning track. That'll close it out for the top of the 7th. We move into the bottom with the Eastern Michigan Eagles leading 8-0 over the BGSU Falcons. We'll be right back.
3 runs on 3 hits. There were no Falcon errors. 1 runner left on base.
Back to Steller Field, where we move into the bottom of the guaranteed innings for today, with the Eastern Michigan Eagles leading 8-0 over the Bowling Green Falcons. Leading off for the Falcons, number 15, the first baseman, Adam Furness. That one gets the outside corner, 0-1. Grabs a hold of it, sends it deep right field. Right into the hands of that right fielder, Pegs. So that'll be out number 1 for the Falcons. As we now move forward with the center fielder, number 7, Jack Krause.
The center fielder, Jack Krause.
Gets the inside corner. Strike number 1. Just a little low, 1-1. He sends that one in center field, right into the hands of that center fielder, Jones. So that'll be out number 2. Falcons looking to get some points on the board here as they move forward with number 11, third baseman Mason Montgomery. Right down the center, strike 1. Same spot, strike 2. And sends it way outside there. 1-2. 2 outs, no one on. Grabs a hold of it, but sends it just foul. 1-2, stays the count. Inside, almost hitting him. 2-2. Gets him on the inside corner, and that'll do it for game 1 of our Friday doubleheader between the BGSU Falcons and the Eastern Michigan Eagles. At the end of the game, the Eagles will take it 8-0. We'll be back, though, in about 30 minutes for game 2. We'll be back.
11 hits and no errors. For the Falcons, no runs on 4 hits and no errors. The win goes to Luke McGuire. His record improves to 4 wins and 4 losses. The loss to Andrew Abrahamowitz. His record drops to 3 and 4. Today's second game, a 9-inning contest, will begin in approximately 30 minutes.